Hi guys, welcome back to Pop and Dine. Today I'm going to be making Blake Lively's key lime pie. So it's from her most recent video with Vogue, and I kind of think it's like an ode to summer since the season is unfortunately coming to an end. Now the tricky part with this recipe is that she doesn't actually say any of the measurements. So she gives us all the ingredients, but even she confirms that she doesn't measure anything.
It's really to taste. Just pay really close attention and then guess.
So I watched it multiple times, looked really closely, and I'm going to try my best to recreate it. So if you want to see if I can do it, then keep watching. So we're going to start by making our crust, and she actually crushed up her own graham crackers, but I'm too lazy for that, so I bought pre-made crumbs. I'm going to use about a cup and a half and then 5 tablespoons of butter. She just used softened, but I melted mine a bit just to make it easier. Oh, sorry, that's my toaster oven. And then she adds 1 egg to it. I don't think a lot of crusts actually use egg, so that'll be different. And then a generous pinch of flaky sea salt. So she says this is her mom's secret recipe, but you know, now it's not a secret anymore because she shared it with everyone and the video got millions of views. Do you guys have any favorite secret recipes from your moms? I think mine would have to be my mom's guacamole dip. She brings it to most parties as an appy and it's always devoured. So I think that's good. It's formed into a nice wet ball, and now what we need is a deep dish pie plate. So I have a 9.5 inch one, and we're just going to press it in and then we'll bake it for about 8 to 10 minutes at 350. Oh, she also used macadamia nuts in the crust, but I'm not using that because I'm very allergic, and I think she used about 4 tablespoons. Like, she crushed it up with her graham cracker crumbs. So I'm just pressing it into the pan now with my fingers. She pressed her crumbs up all the way along the edges of her pie plate, so I'm trying to do the same. And I've actually, now that I think about it, I've never made a key lime pie. This is my first time. So that's kind of fun too, and I really hope it turns out. So here's my crust that I pressed into the pan. Now we'll bake it for 8 to 10 minutes at 350. Okay, so it baked for 10 minutes. Looks good, smells good. So now we have to let it completely cool. I think once it kind of comes to a room temperature, I'll put it in the freezer so that we can speed up this process a little bit. So next we're going to make our filling, the best part. We're going to take 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and beat it until we get stiff peaks. So I'll be using my KitchenAid. One tip I have is to chill your bowl and whisk before doing it. Apparently it helps. I heard that it helps beat it. I don't even know. I don't know why I do it actually. I think it helps the peaks get stiffer quicker. And she doesn't add any sugar to it, but I think I'm just going to add a bit because I always do when I beat heavy cream. So I'll just add like a tablespoon or so. The whipped cream is stiff now. I don't know how I used to do whipped cream with a hand mixer. Like, this is so much easier with the KitchenAid. Now we're going to be making the filling, and we're going to start with what I'm going to call mixture A. So we are going to take our sweetened condensed milk and our Jello pudding. So I'm using 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Then we're going to add 1 packet of instant vanilla Jello pudding. Now, I don't know if I should be using the full pack. I think I'm going to maybe use about half and then see what it looks like. You know, I feel like it can handle it all, so I'm just gonna use the full thing. And then we'll add our lemon and lime juice. It's freshly squeezed and I'm using half a cup, which is 1 lemon and 2 limes. And then in that, we're going to fold in a few other ingredients. We're going to do 1 tub of Cool Whip and some sour cream. So my Cool Whip I unthawed overnight, and yeah, so now it's nice and soft and it's easy to work with. But yeah, this recipe uses Cool Whip and whipping cream. so quite a bit of dairy. So did everyone see that she's coming out with a hair care line called Blake Brown? Is anyone going to be trying it? Obviously she's like so known for her hair. Like when you see her, you just right away notice her long, beautiful blonde hair. So I will say when she was making hers, it seemed way more runny. So maybe I needed to add more juice to do that, but I'll see. I'll keep mixing it up here and then maybe I'll have a little taste just to make sure it's tasting okay, and then we'll go from there. Okay, and then I'm also going to add some lemon zest and lime zest. I guess she just said to do it to taste, so in here I have zest from 1 lemon and then from 1 lime. So I'll just add maybe about half of this and then go from there. Always want to add a little bit and then keep adding more because you can never remove once you have added it. I'm just going to give it a quick taste test. I think it's really good. Maybe I can do a bit more lime juice actually now that I tried it. And I didn't actually use the full tub of Cool Whip because it just seemed like too much. I used like a little bit more than half. So I'm deciding to add a bit more lime juice. I'll for sure put my measurements in the description so that it's pretty clear what I used, because I know this is kind of like a trial and error right now. She kept saying that you want the base layer, which is my mixture A here, to be very potent. That's why I'm adding a bit more juice. And hers was a bit more runny, so now it's starting to kind of thin out a bit, which is good. This is my favorite juicer tool. I used to have like the ones where you press the lemon on, but I find this so much easier, and it's so sharp and pointy and it just gets right in there. I love it. So I added the juice of 1 more lime and I tasted it again, and much better. It has more of that strong lime taste. The mixture is more runny. So yeah, now we're ready to actually start building up our layers of the pie. She describes it as having 3 layers in the pie that go from most potent to least potent. Fancy word. So now we're going to make what I call my mixture B, which is like a less potent layer. So we're going to take a little bit of mixture A and put it in here. I'll take about like for sure less than half. That should be good. And then we'll add like 2 heaping tablespoons of the whipped cream. Plug your ears. So yeah, now I'm folding the freshly whipped cream into our lime mixture just to make it a bit lighter and more fluffy. So do you guys have any favorite Blake Lively roles? Like obviously Gossip Girl is one. I watched all of that back in the day. I feel like that was like her big breakthrough role. Do you have any favorite movies? Like, I can tell you one that I don't like. I don't like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants because I feel like it's just on all the time. Like it was on when I was growing up all the time, and now as an adult it's on all the time. Like every single different cable channel, yes I have cable, plays the movie like on repeat constantly. So I'm just so done with that one. I know she recently did a really weird like shark one called The Shallows. I never saw that. One that I do really want to see is The Green Lantern. I never saw that one, and I know that's how she met Ryan, so I'd be interested to watch that movie. Okay, so now we have our mixture A and our mixture B, so the next part is to actually form the pie. So our crust has cooled. I put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and so now we're ready to make our layers. So we're gonna start with our mixture A, which is the most potent, and we'll put it over the crust. I'm gonna spread it out so it's nice. It's a nice and even layer. I'm actually getting so excited to eat this. I have such a sweet tooth. Of course, chocolate is like my #1, but I really do love a key lime pie. So that's good. It worked out nice that this first layer lined up right with the crust edges. So now it's mixture B, which is the key lime pie mixture, but also some whipped cream. So it's a bit less strong in flavor. And now it's time for the final layer, which is our whipped cream. And it was just my birthday and I got this new little tool, and it's meant for frosting stuff. So I'm going to use it for the first time today. So I'm really excited. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to use all this whipped cream that I made, so we'll have to see. Ooh, I love it. This actually is way easier than using a butter knife or a spatula. Okay, and then I'm going to zest a bit of lime on top just to give it some more color. So the pie is frosted, and now I'm going to you can add some limes on top for decoration. Yeah, I don't know. I looked at a ton of inspo pictures, and this is not my forte, but I'm just gonna kind of do like actually I don't know even. I'm just gonna place my lime slices in like a twist and make like a little star. There, you know what? That's actually very cute. Now I am going to put it in the fridge. I think it's honestly best if it sets overnight for all the flavors to blend. I think minimum you should do is like 4 hours. So I'll put it in the fridge for now, go have some lunch, and I don't even know if I can wait the 4 hours to try. So I'll be back and we'll do our final taste test. Okay, so it's been chilling for about 2 hours. I just can't even wait anymore. I want to try it so badly. I always get nervous making the first cut because it never comes out nicely, and yeah, it's just the first cut's always the hardest, but we'll just go for it. Gotta make sure you get the crust fully cut. Okay, I didn't get the full slice nicely, but that's okay. Oh, you can just smell the citrusy goodness from it. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, that's really good. I feel like it has the perfect like tanginess from the lime, but it's not overpowering. I will say there's probably easier recipes that you could find that, like when I was doing my research, there's so many like 4 ingredient key lime pie ones. So maybe there are easier options, but this is really delicious. And I think the longer it sits in the fridge, it'll just taste even better. So it's a great dish to make even the night before you're having a party, so then you don't even have to worry about it come that day. So this is really fun. Thanks for sticking around with me. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if there's any other celebrity recipes that you'd want me to try in the comments. Bye!